Hi, I started not to share this until I had it built and flown. I'm really glad I shared it because while I think the cable solution will work, I'm really liking this tail solution. On the EF1, the fin has to be, or the fin and the stabilizer has to be flat surface back to the hinge line. And I'm glad I went and read the rules, and I'll post the sections that are appropriate. But this is a HS85 MG or HS5085 MG. It's pretty heavy servo. I can go lighter, but I wanted to go with something that I know can do the job because I've used these in these planes. So I just took my mock-up and modified it. First I drew a new design, and then when I started looking I realized I could just use my mock-up. I didn't even have blind nuts. It's actually a good thing. If I'd made this out of plywood and the base out of plywood, I wouldn't have been able to mock it up this way as quick as I did. So now I have the cable solution, traditional bell crank solution, and servo embedded into the rotor. Now I was going to just glue the servo in, because if the tail's removable or the fin and rotor's removable, that's an easy part, and you can easily sacrifice the wood to make a disposable tail that has a servo. If it goes bad, you can throw it away. But I went ahead and made this so that it can be loaded through the top of the fin before the stabilizer is mounted. And I'm glad I didn't try to go ahead and make full parts for all this, because it would have just been wasted time. So really, this is with a little help from my friends. This is the first big airplane thing I've been able to do since 2019, when I started getting really sick. Nobody really knows how sick I was. Yes, the fin will be thicker. If I can get thinner servos, I can still use this, and it could be sheeted. Since it can't be sheeted, I don't know if it can be sheeted with just covering. Probably could just put a covering over the servo to get it as thin as possible. But what I'm gonna have to do is, if I create a new fuselage design, then I may have to lengthen the nose to get the balance to work out better. And with Creighton's last lap player having a longer nose, the thing about the cheeks not going up to the nose ring could already be an issue for approval or just scale looks. And I don't think it'll hurt to have the cheek cowls come all the way to the cowl ring. But the motor, I don't know if there's incidents in the firewall by design or not. I don't think there is on this particular one, because I added washers on the Proud Bird to get 2 degrees based on input from Jim Allen. And if this is straight, it's just a matter of putting standoffs there longer and having a new cowl to get the balance correct. One thing I'm also planning to do when I revise the fuselage is, even though this works, I want a fiberglass cover on the turtle deck. I don't know about the bottom. I don't think it's necessary on the bottom. That'll add just a little bit of weight. So there will be prototyping, more testing, but at least I have another solution. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Dan. And thanks to everybody that's giving me input. I actually started the actual design of this last Thursday night, and I worked on it from Saturday afternoon through Sunday afternoon to get the mock-up done. So anyway, thanks for having a look, and I think we have something to work with. What I was going to say is, what I'll do here is just after I've got the real tail built or glued together, I'll put balsa up to where this 1/2 inch thing is, because according to the rules, it can't be shaped down before the hinge line, so there'll be just a little flat spot at the very tail end, and that won't be hardly any drag. So I'm very, very happy, and thanks for all the input.